So come to a comfortable seat. Sukhasana works, easy seat, cross legs. But if you, as always, if you prefer a different type of seat, that's okay too. Sometimes I like to take Padmasana or half lotus. And from here, feel free to make any adjustments, maybe move the thighs out of the way so that you can sit further forwards on the sitting bones. You might even rock forwards and back a few times. The hips and the knees might lift as you do that. And let's start with the shoulders too. Bring the fingertips to the tops of the shoulders, elbows out to the side. And then as you inhale, lift the elbows up towards the ceiling, maybe look up. And as you exhale, let the shoulders come down, the elbows come down. One more time like that. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. And exhale, lower them down. Let's move the other way. So this time back and up. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, forwards and down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release the hands onto your lap, onto the thighs, and let the elbows be right underneath the shoulders so that the elbows can be a weight for the shoulders to come down rather than forwards. And then let your gaze soften, maybe the eyes close. As you press down through the sitting bones, reach the crown tall. We've been here before. Notice if there's any excess gripping in the hips, in the hands, in the jaw. Just focusing on these physical sensations to start. Notice the places where your body touches the floor. Imagining you could root down into the floor and let that rooting, that stability, allow the spine to reach up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the back of the neck just slightly so that the chin tucks. Draw the navel in to support the low back, but allow the diaphragm to move freely. Allowing the breath to deepen, can you expand the breath into all sides of the lungs? The fronts, the backs, the sides. There are these little muscles in between the ribs called the intercostal muscles. They're more auxiliary muscles for breathing. Can you allow those muscles to move and expand? This doesn't have to be your deepest breath, just so you're full enough. Let your next exhale be deep and complete, and we'll take 3 breaths together to begin. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, sigh. Slow, deep breath in. Slow, deep breath out. Last time. Letting your exhale be deep and complete. And let the lips gently touch. Breathe in and out through the nose. Gently blink open the eyes a few times, taking in the room. Clasp the hands in front of the chest. Take an inhale as you pull the shoulders back. As you exhale, flip the palms, press them away. A little different this time. As you inhale, lift the arms up. Maybe look up. And as you exhale, lean over towards the right, taking a little side stretch. Hold here. Press the left sitting bone down. Look underneath the left armpit. Can you twist the right rib cage to turn up towards the ceiling a little more? And on your next inhale, come up to center. As you exhale, lean over towards the left. Again, press that right sitting bone down now. Gaze under the right armpit. Little twist. On your next inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, release the arms, reach out to the sides. Take the awkward clasp this time, awkward thumb on top. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale to flip and press. Moving at your own pace. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge towards the right. This time, really twist, like you're trying to square the shoulders towards the left knee. Next, deep breath in, come back to center. And exhale to the other side. Again, really twisting here, draw the navel in. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the arms, really reaching out to the side. Okay, from here, keep the legs where they are. Start to forward fold. Lengthening through the spine, folding over the legs, let the head and neck go. Doesn't matter what this looks like. You could be on hands or forearms. Maybe your forehead touches the floor. Breathing into the backs of the lungs. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale to come back to a seat. Bring the hands behind the back. Fingers could face the hips or could face away, no big deal. Press the spine through the chest. And as you inhale, lift the hips, come onto the knees. Press the spine forward, maybe look up. As you exhale, lower the hips. Change the crossing of the legs. Other shin in front. And again, on an exhale, forward fold. It's okay if the hips lift up a little here. Let the head and neck go if that feels okay. Trying to lengthen the spine out of the hips all the way to the crown of the head. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhaling back to center. Hands come behind. On your next inhale, lift the hips, press the spine through the chest, maybe look up. And exhale, lower the hips back down. Come to a tabletop. Start with a few wrist stretches if that is helpful for you. I like to turn the fingers to face out to the sides and then rock side to side. It's a little bit gentler than flipping them all the way towards the knees and rocking forwards and back. But if you like that, that works too. When you're over it, the wrists feel pretty soft. Bring the hands back to center, spreading through the fingers. Few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale to arch. Exhale to curl. 2 more times at your own pace. After your last exhale, come back to a neutral spine. We'll thread the needle. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, thread the arm and let it hover just an inch off the floor, reaching through the fingertips. Inhale to reach it back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread and hold. One more time, inhale to reach. thread and hold as you exhale. Hold here, reaching as far as you can on the inhale, and as you exhale, lower the right arm to the floor, lower the right ear down if that feels okay. Any arm variations for the left hand is fine. Press that left hip back. Relax the jaw, the neck. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more like that. And as you exhale, bring the left hand in front of the nose if it moved. Inhale to sweep the right arm up. Exhale back to tabletop. From here, send the right leg out to the side so that the right foot is in line with the left knee. When you get there, keeping the whole foot planted down, really that outside edge of the foot reaches down towards the floor. Start to lift the shoulders over the hips for gate pose. Okay, so 2 rounds of gate pose. Right hand on the hip, inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, hinge over that long leg. You can walk the right arm down the leg if that feels a little bit more spacious. Keep that right foot planted. Maybe look towards the left hand. Deep breath in. As you exhale, come back to center. Now flip the foot so that the toes face up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot. Inhale, left arm lifts. And exhale, hinge again. So stretching out the left side ribs. Can you breathe into those left ribs? Also noticing the difference between the sides when the hip is open versus closed. One more deep breath in, relax the neck. And exhale, come back to center. Hands and knees, tabletop, threading the needle, other side. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, thread and hold. 2 more times at your own pace. If the knees are starting to get sensitive, you could bring a blanket underneath, or you could double up the mat, give yourself some extra cushion. On that 3rd round, hover and hold, reaching those fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left arm down. Find your arm variation for the right hand, the right arm. Relaxing the head, the neck, the jaw. Press the right sitting bone back. Press the left arm into the floor. One more deep breath in. Deep exhale as you bring the right hand in front of the nose. Press down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale back to tabletop. Okay, this time left leg sweeps out to the side. Inner arch of the foot meets up with the right knee. Planting that left foot. When you're ready, lift the shoulders, left hand to hip. Inhale, right arm reaches. And exhale to hinge. Gate pose, Bakasana, I think. Looking under that right armpit if that feels okay. Really pressing the whole left foot down towards the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back up. Lift the left toes up towards the ceiling, really flexing that foot. Inhale for length and exhale to hinge. Okay, notice the difference here between the sides. Relax that right shoulder, maybe look towards the right hand. Subtle twist, trying to twist the left ribs up towards the ceiling. One more deep breath. Coming back up to center. Come to a tabletop and we'll take frog pose. I know it's early, so use your blanket if you need under your knees. Start to walk the knees a little wider. keeping the ankle in the same line as the knee. Maybe you bring the elbows down. And experiment with shifting your weight forwards and back. Inner sole of the foot, inner arch of the foot, I should say, is on the floor or moves in that direction. This is our pose today that we're going to do 3 different ways. So now facing down towards the floor, can you lengthen the back of the neck? Deep breath in. Deep breath out, relaxing the shoulders. Press the weight into your hands. And then inhale to bring the knees closer together. Make your way towards child's pose. No rush. You might, for this child's pose, keep the knees together as sort of a counter pose to that last one. One more deep breath in child's pose, maybe bringing the palms together and the thumbs to the back of the head. Either stay here in child's pose or make your way to downward facing dog. First down dog of class. We'll move through some vinyasas pretty quickly, but feel free to take your time. There's no rush. You can do as many or as few as feels right for you today. When you're ready, use your next inhale to bend the knees and look between the hands. Prepare. As you exhale, step the feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. 2 breaths here in Tadasana. Find your feet spreading the toes, planting them down, really rooting down into the earth. Let that rooting action lift up, ricocheting through the spine, reaching the crown tall. On your next inhale, arms lift, gaze lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, crown forward, shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, either lower through chaturanga or hold plank. Inhale, flip the feet, take a back bend, anything that feels right, maybe baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, flip the feet again. 5 breaths here. 1, pressing down through the inner hand. 2, lifting the hips up and back. 3, external rotation in the shoulder blades, spinning the eyes of the elbows as forwards as you can. 4, and 5. On your next inhale, step the feet forward, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. 2 more times. Feel free to add on. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Let the crown melt towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Spin the inner thighs behind you. Exhale, vinyasa. Plant the hands, step or jump back, lower down if that's in your practice today. Inhale, flip the feet back, bend, shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. One. 2. 3. 4, always taking child's pose whenever you need it. And 5, when you're ready, use your next inhale, step the feet forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, the back of the hips lifts up. Inhale, sweep the arms up, take up space. Exhale, Tadasana. One more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, optional vinyasa. Step or lightly float back if you're floating, land in bent arms. Take your time moving through these poses, holding any poses that feel especially juicy today. From down dog, take 5 breaths. Every day a little bit different, especially in the breath. When you're ready, use your inhale to step the feet forwards, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, sweep the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. Surya Namaskar B, starting with chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms forwards and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, optional vinyasa, meet me in downward facing dog. The same exhale that takes you to down dog. Step the right foot forward, set up for warrior 1, back heel down. Inhale, arms reach up, press the hips forwards. Exhale, hands come down, optional vinyasa. Maybe keep that right leg lifted as you lower to chaturanga. Inhale, flip the feet, take a back bend. And exhale, down dog. Same exhale, left foot forward, set up for down for Virabhadrasana 1, second side. Inhale, sweep the arms up, hips press forwards. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Maybe keep that left foot lifted as you lower for chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, inversion. That could be child's pose. That could be puppy dog pose with the hips lifted. 5 breaths. Slowing down the breath. Take one more here. Letting your exhale be deep and complete. Use the inhale to step or hop forwards, halfway lift. Pressing the weight forwards in the feet as you exhale, forward fold. Now weight comes in the heels as you bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms lift, Urdhva Hastasana. Lean back a little. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, optional Bakasana, crow pose. If you want to work on your crow, bringing the big toes together. Hands come down, looking for chaturanga arms as you bring the knees into the armpits, the backs of the upper arms. Lean forwards, look forwards. Maybe lift one foot, maybe lift both. 4 or 5 breaths here to play. Don't forget to breathe. When you're over it, maybe you shoot the legs back to chaturanga, go through vinyasa, or just step the legs back one at a time and meet me in downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Some of us have little circles we like to take either with the knee or the ankle. Can you press the hips open towards the right, trying to keep the shoulders relatively square forwards. We'll shift through this open hip pose and a variation on fallen star. So when you're ready, this is our inhale, lift the knee up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, thread the leg underneath, come to the inner edge of the left foot as you reach the heel out. Hover. Inhale, lift the leg back up, open the hip. Exhale, thread it through, let it hover. Inhale, lift. This time, thread it through, let it hover. Maybe hold here, maybe lower the foot and lift the left arm up towards the ceiling as you press the hips up. Try to stack the right shoulder under the left. Maybe look towards the left hand. Deep breath in. As you exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale again, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it between the hands. As you inhale, bend a little deeper into that right knee, hips lower towards the floor. As you exhale, straighten the right leg for a variation on pyramid pose. Inhale to bend, and exhale to straighten. Keep moving at your own pace. Every time you bend that front knee, can you imagine lifting the back thigh up towards the ceiling? And maybe when you straighten that front knee, you lift the toes. Really getting into the calf muscles there. The next time you bend the right knee, hold here. Start to press your weight into the right foot, float the left leg, find your way to warrior 3. Can you visualize yourself doing it? And then lift up. Maybe thumbs to sternum. Keep that left leg active like you're pressing it down into a table. Maybe reach the arms forwards. Deep breath in. Warrior 1 as you exhale, lower the back foot, reach the arms up. Bend into that right knee. Tailbone tucks down as you pull the right hip back, left hip forward, maybe look up, test your balance. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You can stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, use your exhale to find warrior 2. You might open the legs a little wider as the arms come to a T, shoulders square towards the long edge of the mat. Any movements here are great. Maybe you bend and straighten the front leg. Maybe you just want to hold today. Deep breath in, starting to find stillness, gazing over the right fingertips. From here, we'll make our way to Skandasana. Bring the thumbs to the sternum, straighten the right leg. As you exhale, bend into the left knee. Let the right toes lift up towards the ceiling. Maybe hold here. That left heel can lift a little, that's okay. Maybe the hands come down for support. Maybe you reach for a bind. Reach the left arm out towards the floor. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Thumbs up, thumbs down, behind the back. Reaching for some clothing. Flex through that right foot. Deep breath in, trying to spin the shoulders up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, hands frame the left foot, Facing the back of the mat now, low lunge. Keep the right hand planted. Inhale, left arm lifts up. Take your twist. Option to stay here, option to find Bakasana side plank. You can either lower to the outer edge of the right foot and keep the left leg where it is, toes point to the left, or you can stack the legs. Deep breath in. Exhale, optional vinyasa, hands plant. Make your way to downward facing dog, now facing the back of the mat. Feel free to take breaks whenever you need. The most advanced yogi is not the one who can do one-handed handstand or who can levitate. It's the one who knows when to take breaks. When you're ready, we'll make our way towards the other side. As you inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hip. Again, can you press the hips to the left? Open the knee up, maybe take some circles either with the knee or the ankle. Sides will be different, especially in the hips. We'll start to move through these two poses. When you're ready, take the inhale here, open hips. Exhale, thread it through, let it hover and hold. Inhale, lift back up, open the hip. Exhale, thread it through, hover. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, thread it through. Either hold here or bring the left foot down. Reach the right arm up, press the hips up towards the ceiling. Maybe look towards the right hand. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, lift through the left leg. Exhale, step it between the hands. Inhale, hips forward, bend into the left knee. Exhale, straighten as you pull the left hip back. Move at your own pace. Again, can you lift that back thigh up towards the ceiling? The next time you bend into that left knee, start to shift the weight forwards. Again, we're coming to warrior three. Can you visualize it happening before you do it? Lift through that right leg, toes point down towards the floor as you lift up warrior three. Any arm variation here, super strong back leg, pressing the heel behind you. Maybe reach the arms forwards. Deep breath in. Exhale, warrior one. Plant the back heel. Right knee, left knee bends. Open up the shoulders as you press the tailbone down. Spinning the hips towards square. Maybe gaze up. I love this pose. Maybe you hate this pose. You can stay as long as you like. Can you press the weight evenly into all four corners of the feet? Use your next exhale to find warrior two. Again, any movements that you like here are great. Maybe you bend and straighten into that front knee. Slow down your breath. Finding stillness when you're ready. Deep inhale through the nose. Then Skandasana, bending into the right knee. Sink the hips low as you lift the left toes up towards the ceiling. Again, hands could come down. Maybe thumbs to sternum. Maybe you take a bind. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, thumbs up, thumbs down, behind the back. Can you twist the shoulders up? Deep breath in. As you exhale, hands frame the right foot. Low lunge. Left hand stays down. Inhale, right arm reaches. Either stay here or Vashisthasana. You can come to the outer edge of the left foot. Maybe even stacking the legs. Lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale, optional vinyasa, right hand down. Meet me in downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. You did it. That was all the fun stuff. Just kidding. There's more fun. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. Now we're facing the front of the mat in down dog. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. As you inhale, step the right foot forwards. Feet face the long edge of the mat. So if that's not good for your positioning with your camera, you can always face the other way. And then turn the toes out. Face the corners of the mat, bend the knees. Inhale, lift up into goddess pose. So bring the thumbs to the sternum, widen through the knees. Keep the knees right over the ankles. A lot of us tend to have stances that are too short or too wide. Send the tailbone down. Can you lift the shoulders over the hips? Yeah, a little bit more work in the hips that way. Relax the jaw. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Bring the hands to the knees, right above the knees. And as you inhale, find length through the spine. As you exhale, let the right shoulder drop, taking a twist, looking up towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist towards the right this time. The left shoulder comes down. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Right shoulder down. Inhale, lift. You know where we're going. Inhale, come back to center. Start to straighten through the legs. Bring the thumbs to the sternum. Feet parallel now. Toes face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms into a T. Exhale, forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Hands to the floor or to blocks, maybe to fingertips. Inhale, halfway lift. Weight forwards in the feet. Exhale, fold. Just like Uttanasana, can you lift the back of the hips up towards the ceiling, even as you press the heels towards the floor? Release the jaw, the head and neck. We'll go through 2 more variations of this pose, but if you'd rather take a headstand, you can do that here. If you want to move on to other variations, micro bend the knees, and as you inhale, come all the way up to stand. Next inhale, arms reach into a T. Exhale, hands to hips, elbows behind you. Inhale, lean back a little, press the hips forwards. And exhale, forward fold, keeping the hands where they are. Elbows reach up towards the ceiling. Can you get just as deep into that fold without using your hands? The answer might be no, that's okay. Draw the navel in to help you fold a little deeper. Strong in the legs, soft in the jaw. Starting to bend into the knees. Use your next inhale to come up to center. Release the arms. Hands reach behind the back, clasping hands as you inhale. Press the hands behind you and exhale, forward fold. This is our last version of this pose. So if you're in headstand, start to make your way down slowly and take a child's pose. One more deep breath in if you're in Prasarita Padottanasana. As you exhale, hands come to the low back, hands to hips, bend into the knees, and inhale, come all the way up to stand. If you're in child's pose, stay there. If you're not, come to the top of the mat. Utkatasana chair pose, inhale, squeezing the legs towards one another. Now we're gonna come to a seat really slow. So keep the hands where they are. Lower the hips until the heels start to lift. Now you're balancing on your toes, you're lowering the hips towards the heels, and then come to sit. If you're in child's pose, come to a comfortable seat. One round of Navasana. Keep the spine long. Lean back as you lift the feet, maybe up to hip height, maybe straighten the legs. You can always hold the backs of the legs if that's better. A little shaking's okay. Draw the navel in. Deep breath in. As you exhale, straighten the legs, come to a seat. Legs are long. Paschimottanasana. I have to move the flesh of my thighs out of the way to get there. Inhale for length through the spine. Flex through the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Couple options here. Maybe you hold on to the big toes. You could always bend the knees. Maybe you hold the outside edges of the feet. You might even be able to reach around the feet and hold on to a wrist. I'm not there yet. Press the heels forwards. Pull the navel in. Let the head and neck go as the crown reaches towards the toes. Send the breath into the backs of the lungs. Deepen those exhales. Finding your balance here between Viraja, surrender, and Abhyasa, effort. Ease and effort. Letting go and discipline. On your next inhale, look towards the toes. On your next exhale, lift the shoulders over the hips. Janu Sirsasana. Bend the right knee, send it out to the side. Inner sole of the foot comes towards the left leg. Square the shoulders over the long leg. Inhale for length. And exhale to fold. Again, reaching for the foot. Subtle twist in this pose. Shoulders square over the left knee. Let the head and neck go as you pull the left leg into the hip. Press the right leg away from its hip. Next inhale, gaze forwards. And exhale to unwind. Marichasana C, help the knee up to center. Plant the foot a handprint away from the leg. Hold on to the right knee with the left hand. Inhale, open the right arm, and exhale, backstroke behind you. Optional bind here. You can bring the right knee in towards the midline and cross the left arm on the outside of the knee. If that's accessible for you, you can work on the bind either through the leg, that's option one, holding on to the right hand, or maybe you work on the full bind, reaching around the whole knee. Left foot flexes up towards the ceiling. Release that left shoulder away from the ear. Gaze over the right shoulder as long as that feels okay in the neck. Deep breath. On your next inhale, gaze forwards. And exhale to unwind. Send both legs long. Bend the left knee. Open the left knee out towards the side. Janushirasana, second side. Inhale for length. And exhale to fold. Flex that right foot. Let the head and neck go. Sides will be different. Where can you release a little bit more? Next inhale, look up. Exhale, unwind. Marichyasana C. Plant the left foot. Right hand holds the left knee. Inhale up. And exhale, backstroke. Again, maybe play with the bind. I often have to move that left knee towards the midline, crossing the midline, to be able to cross my right elbow. And once I have that hooked, I'll very gently press the knee into the elbow to open up the twist. Again, maybe you work on the bind, thumbs up, thumbs down, behind the back. Flex through the right toes. Finding more space for the breath in the backs and the side ribs. This is one of those poses where the lesson is not the bind, it's how we always forget about the right leg when we're not looking at it. Can you flex those right toes up towards the ceiling? And on your next inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale to unwind. Bring the hips to the middle of the mat, bend the knees, and then slowly lower down. Take a happy baby. This is our third version of the same pose. I know I didn't mention that we took the second version. First version was frog. Second version was goddess. We were facing forwards. Not exactly this pose, but close enough. And this one, happy baby. Noticing the difference between the poses here. You might be holding on to the outside edges of the feet. You can always rock side to side here. That can feel really good in the nervous system. If this is a particularly easy or accessible pose for you, can you imagine pulling the feet down with the hands as you press the feet up into the hands? Notice the tailbone trying to come down towards the floor. See if you can make a little bit of space between the low back and the floor. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to pull the knees into the chest. lower the feet to the floor, supine pigeon, or you can cross the right knee. So either right ankle crosses over the right knee, or the right knee crosses over the left knee. What did I say? Right ankle over left knee, or right knee over left knee. And then maybe lift the knees up towards you. If your knees are hooked, you might hold the outer right foot with the left hand and the outer left foot with the right hand. Trying to pull the feet wide and away from each other. This is a variation on cow facing pose. Wherever you are, can you gently press the tailbone down towards the floor? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly release. Start to take the other side, either crossing the left ankle over the right knee or the left knee over the right knee. And maybe lift the knees closer towards the chest. Finding your version on this side. Sides will be different. Can you press that left hip away? All these cues are meant to be very gentle suggestions. We're not looking to experience a painful stretch. That's not going to promote flexibility. What we're looking for here is finding our edge, that place right between discomfort and comfort, and breathing there. Deep breath in. Deep breath out through the nose. One more like that. Start to unwind the legs. Bring the feet to the floor. If there are any final poses you like to take for your practice to feel more complete, feel free to take that now. Maybe a supine twist, bringing the knees to one side and the arms to a T. Some of us have other little rituals we like. Just take about 30 seconds for each side. Switching sides when you're ready. And make your way towards Shavasana. Shavasana will look different day to day. If you're ready to move on with your day, you don't have time for Shavasana, you can do that. It's 7:15 Central Time. If you have a few more minutes, allow the body to rest into the floor. Relax, release, and let go. Shavasana.
If you have time for a longer shavasana, please stay. Otherwise, let your next inhale be a little deeper. The one after that, a little deeper still. Invite some small movements into the body. And let those movements grow when you feel ready. Gradually make your way up to a comfortable seat, taking any positions that feel good on the way. And when you arrive at your seat, just where we started class, can you root down into the earth, lift up towards the ceiling. Relax the jaw, the space between the eyebrows. And take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. Thank your body for working for you. Gratitude for the practice, its lineage, and all the benefits it brings. 3 final breaths to close. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep open mouth sigh. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Last time. Thank you so much for coming. Such an honor to share this practice with you.